It was a historic night in Konya, a night that would be etched into the annals of Turkish football history. The stadium was filled with 42,000 passionate fans, all dressed in the national colors of red and white, chanting in unison with incredible fervor. The air was thick with hope, pulsating energy, and an undeniable sense of excitement for the upcoming match. But no one in that stadium, no one watching around the world, could have possibly imagined the nightmare that was about to unfold on that fateful evening. In the high-stakes 2026 World Cup Qualifiers, the highly anticipated clash between Turkey and Spain tragically transformed into one of the darkest nights in the entire history of Turkish football. Just 2 minutes into the game, the Turkish midfielder Hakan Çalhanoğlu tested the Spanish keeper with a powerful shot, and the crowd erupted with renewed hope. Moments later, the Turkish goalkeeper Gürkan Kakir pulled off a crucial, big save against Spain's formidable player, Williams, keeping the score level. Hearts were racing intensely in the stands, filled with a mix of anxiety and belief as the early exchanges unfolded. But then, seemingly out of nowhere, Spain's young prodigy Pedri struck from a considerable distance, unleashing a shot that changed everything. The ball found the back of the net with a devastating precision. The scoreboard flashed 0-1. And just like that, Turkey was left completely stunned, unable to fully settle into the rhythm of the game before conceding. Spain, the reigning European champions, demonstrated their class and showed absolutely no mercy to their opponents. Their ball movement was flawless, their pressing relentless, and the constant pressure they applied didn't allow Turkey a single moment to breathe or regroup. In the 22nd minute, Merino extended Spain's lead, making it 2-0, further deepening the despair. The once electric stadium, which had been roaring with passion, fell into a chilling silence, a stark contrast to the earlier euphoria. And just before halftime, Merino struck again in stoppage time, delivering another crushing blow. It was 3-0 at the break, a scoreline that felt insurmountable. The look on every Turkish fan's face told the same heartbreaking story: pure, unadulterated disappointment and disbelief. Coach Montella attempted to change things up in the second half, desperately searching for a spark to ignite his team. But any lingering hope quickly faded away as Spain continued their relentless assault. In the 53rd minute, Torres added to Turkey's misery, making the score an astonishing 4-0. Only 5 minutes later, Merino found the net yet again, completing his hat-trick and pushing the score to an unbelievable 5-0. And in the 62nd minute, Pedri sealed the deal with his second goal of the night, bringing the final tally to a devastating 6-0. It was a total collapse, a complete unraveling on the pitch that left everyone speechless. Konya Stadium has historically witnessed countless unforgettable victories and moments of national pride in the past. But this night, this particular match, was nothing like those glorious memories. It was a stark and painful deviation. For 90 minutes, despite the score, the dedicated fans sang, shouted, and passionately carried their team with unwavering support. Yet, the scoreboard remained stubbornly unchanged, a constant, painful reminder of the unfolding disaster. With every passing minute, the silence in the stands grew heavier, a palpable weight of collective sorrow. Behind the vast sea of red and white shirts, tears began to fall, a silent testament to the profound heartbreak. For American fans, this scoreline might simply look like a series of numbers on paper, a statistic in a game. But in Turkey, national team games are far more than just a sport. They are deeply tied to the very essence of national pride and identity. This 6-0 defeat didn't just hurt the 11 players on the pitch, it cut deep into the hearts of millions across the nation. Imagine a Super Bowl blowout loss so devastating that people still talk about it decades later, recalling every painful detail. That is precisely how this historic defeat will be remembered and discussed in Turkish football history for generations to come. Turkey's last victory against Spain occurred a remarkable 71 years ago, way back in 1954, a distant memory for most. Since then, it has always been an uphill battle, a challenging rivalry marked by Spanish dominance. But this particular match, this 6-0 loss, was undeniably one of the heaviest defeats ever recorded in their footballing journey. Before the match, coach Vincenzo Montella had confidently stated, "The best defense is keeping the ball, showing our character." However, once the referee's whistle blew to start the game, it became painfully clear that Spain controlled everything. The strategic plan, the flawless execution, and the sheer fighting spirit all belonged unequivocally to them. A nightmare unfolded in Konya, culminating in a crushing 6-0 loss that will not soon be forgotten. But that's the strange, often beautiful, reality of football. Sometimes the biggest defeats become the unexpected starting point for the greatest victories. History consistently shows us that every fall, no matter how painful, can ultimately lead to a powerful rise. And now, the crucial question remains, can Turkey truly bounce back from this devastating setback on their challenging road to the 2026 World Cup? Only time will ultimately tell the full story of their resilience and their journey forward.